Hello everyone. So we will now proceed with the core competency 1, operate technology-based information system, part 1 under the Tourism Promotion Services NC2. So travel information has only been accessed through the different traditional books, maps, magazines, brochures, flyers, and other printed materials in the previous years. So this situation made the traveling difficult and travel information is sometimes outdated also. Because of the technological advancement, the information communication technologies, or ICT, have drastically changed the way information is processed, the information stored, and the dissemination in the different channels. So this has great impact on spreading information about the tourism products and destination. A tourism information is a collection of data, relevant statistics, and the travel and tourism related information that should respond to the information needs of tourists, of our visitors, and the service providers. Traditionally, tourism information systems are based on the organization of paper-based documents and materials such as maps, transportation timetables, the brochures, price list, even posters, and other materials. But nowadays, almost all printed materials would have an electronic equivalent, and retrieving all the information you would need could take just a few minutes. It's just a click away. Through the permissiveness of the internet, it's very easy to access already the internet. All the information about a tourism products are readily available. This is the role of automated information system in the tourism industry. Before, information system serves only as the bridge that connects the day-to-day business operation with the data storage and retrieval system to ensure smooth business operations within the tourism industry. Information system include people, procedures, data, software, hardware that are used to gather and analyze information. For that matter, you can think of information system as a system by which information is stored, retrieved, and used to get a job done. Now, an automated system is the same system information processing, only this time it is done automatically and accurately by computers. You see? Okay, so this automated information system facilitates a smooth and efficient processing of information and tourism services, which is commonly identified as the 5 A's of tourism. These are the 5 A's of tourism. So, if we say 5 A's of tourism, we are talking about, it represents the five components of tourism industry. And this sums up the travel and leisure experience. So, the first one here is the accessibility. So, tourist attractions should be easily accessible to visitors or our tourists. So access may be obtained through the use of transportation. What are these transportation? We have the buses, the car, the coaches, aircraft or airplanes, even boats or ships, or infrastructures such as the roads, airports, and harbors. The second one is accommodation. For a traveler to be considered a tourist, he or she should stay at a place for at least 24 hours. We discussed that one before. So, if you're going to stay in a destination, you will be needing an accommodation. Okay, so this facility, it requires a facility to accommodate the tourist needs during their stay in that destination. So accommodation includes hotels, resorts, motels, holiday villages, inns, hostels, and even homestay facilities. Okay, the third one is amenities. Tourists also require amenities in their accommodation and on the way to destinations and attractions. This may include the shops, restaurants, cafe, public transport, tourist information, and public toilets. Another, we also have the attractions. Of course, you want, if tourists will visit the attraction, they need to, I mean, a destination, they need to see the different attractions that that destination can offer. So what is this attraction? This is a place of interest where tourists visit. So there are natural attractions such as waterfalls, mountains, and beaches. We also have what we call the man-made attractions. For example, the Rizal Monument and the private developments like the EK or Enchanted Kingdom and Star City. Okay? And the last A, we also have the activities. In recent times, tourists do not visit attractions just to do sightseeing only. They are now interested in the different tourism services offered at the attraction. So these activities can take the form of tourism resources, receptive facilities, entertainment, and other sport facilities. So these are the 5 A's or the 5 components of tourism industry. The 5 A's or the 5 components of tourism sum up the tourism experience. So we can also say that this is the whole of tourism industry itself. How to effectively deliver and maintain this experience requires the need for efficient information system. So automated information system provides the following roles in the tourism industry. What are these roles? First one, it provides consumers with information about the destination. It also coordinates and implements sales promotion measures. It is also serve as a tourism advertising, support in sales and distribution, and coordinate and implement the market research projects. All right, moving on. The role of effective and high-speed automated information is crucial to the tourism industry. It allows customer management relations and supply chain management to be combined into a single source that facilitates a variety of operations. So these are the following. First process here, product selection. So this can be as simple as clicking the right product on the computer screen. Next is ordering. The selected product or service is ordered, waiting for payment and delivery. After ordering comes the fulfillment. This happens when the product is booked and ordered. And tracking. In the case of airline ticketing, the service or product or the air ticket is given a tracking number for proper monitoring and control. And then we have payment when the customer finally pays for the product or services. Then, okay, there will be also the last one, reporting, wherein the system updates the server or the agent that the product or service has been delivered to the client and the whole transaction is finished. So this is just an example of the process wherein we will be needing the automated information. So if you tried ordering in Lazada or Shopee, this actually follows this process, right? So you select the product and then you click on if you're going to order, and once you order, you will receive it, and then you will also track the product. Before receiving, of course, you need to track the product, and after that one, you pay, and then you do the feedbacking of the product. If it's a good product, it is working well, something like that. Moving to the sources of tourism product information. Customers seek information mainly to help in decision-making process. Remember, travel and tourism products are not regular purchases that people commonly make. The purchases are seldom relatively too expensive and may not be repeated in one's lifetime. So tourism products are considered to be high involvement products. Why is it considered to be high involvement product? It's because it is expensive, it is complex, and sometimes it's also unrepeatable. So decision making and purchasing of products such as this involve greater evaluation of alternatives. So the more information one has, the better decisions one may make, Right? So, of course, before the tourist will decide whether to purchase the tourism products that we have, they will do research. So, they will need the sources of tourism product information in order to help them in the decision process if they're going to purchase that product or not. All right, so let's start with the first one, which is the traditional sources of information. So we have the first industry people. Industry people are experts such as travel agencies and tour operators, as well as hotel representatives, travel bloggers. For example, yeah, the travel bloggers, because they're credible sources of information. They can provide accurate industry updates and trends that may be useful in one's decision making. Another, talking to other people. Aside from the industry experts, other people may not be in the industry, but they have a wealth of experience in travel products, such as the frequent travelers. They can be a rich source of information. The information they know will be based on their personal experience, so they can offer wise information and the practical tips on making travel packages really good. Third one, brochures, one of the traditional sources. This is, the property and product brochures are printed documents that provide information that come from the service providers themselves. So, for example, some of the hotels or other destinations, they provide their own brochures that will include specific product information such as the location, special features, photos, and maybe testimonials. Another is flyers. These are simpler and cheaper forms of printed documents than brochures. Often, it is just a one-page sheet that has brief information that would create interest about the product offering. It may be distributed in strategic locations and events where the target market is present. We also have the films and the documentaries. These audiovisual presentations, such as films and the short documentaries, are also good source of information. Films using specific destinations for its location, shoots are effective ways for promoting also a destination. All right, so it is also a good way for the country to gain prominence internationally. We also have the newspaper and magazines. Information about existing sales promotion and current events are spread to the public through newspapers and magazines. So the use of press releases or feature articles and advertisements are the common ways information about tourism products, tourism services, and the destinations are shared in this newspaper and magazines. We also have the billboards. It can be seen in highly populated areas in the destination. So they're also good sources of information and can instill high recall for prospective consumers or customer. So these are designed to be noticeable. That's why the use of photos and big fonts are used in these billboards. Although information is very brief or very short and limited, billboards are meant to create interest. More information can be sought using other sources. We also have the television. Yeah, of course, that's one of the um, number one source of information for common people. It creates a visual appeal of the product and generates positive emotions from its viewers. All right. And the last one is the travel magazine. A travel magazine is a beautiful way of showing photographs and the text through its colored and visually appealing pages on a glossy paper, right? So information can be also extensive since articles may be, no, be longer than any of the other traditional sources. Since the text is supported by photographs, it is also an effective way of getting information. The second sources of information is the new media sources. So the presence of the internet has allowed consumers to access information, in a greater degree. So people are now faced not only with the traditional ways of sourcing information, but also with more ways to source travel information. Digital media, for example, it allows consumers source information directly from suppliers or the manufacturers. So they can opt not to go through an agent or an intermediary. The most popular new media sources are social networks, company websites, and online travel agencies. So social media, for example, we have the Facebook. It is currently the king of social media because of the more than a billion users. Other social media networks includes YouTube, Twitter, Blogspot, LinkedIn, yeah, IG or Instagram, Tumblr, Pinterest, Flickr, Snapchat, and many more. So the social media networks are an effective way to get travel information from actual users. So the most effective tool for promoting tourism products and services are through word of mouth, right? So social media is considered to be the electronic version of the word of mouth. So we call that e-wom or electronic word of mouth. E-worm spreads out faster and can become viral in few minutes, right? So for example, travel blogs. So travel blogs can supply a lot of detailed information that can be helpful to anyone trying to find as much information as possible. That's why travel bloggers, they also earn millions of followers and can be a quite influential in influencing the travel decision of the tourist. The second one, the company websites. These are also effective sources of information. The consumer may directly get information from the supplier or from the manufacturer. So we have the airline websites, for example. It provides flight details and rates very efficiently. Product availability may also be easily inquired from the company websites. Okay? Due to the perishability of the tourism product, rates easily vary based on the time of purchase. So company websites may provide real-time information on the rates and the product availability. And the last one, we also have the online travel agencies. So online travel agencies are internet sites that consolidate various travel products for easier search of alternatives and comparison of features and rates or prices of the products or services. So these sites include Expedia, we have the Agoda, we have the TripAdvisor. So if one is planning a trip to Davao, for example, and you are looking for a hotel to stay in, these online travel agencies may supply you information on the different hotels that will match your lifestyle, your preferences, and also your budget. So it will also provide information such as ratings from the rated by the uh, customer who experienced already the product or the service on that certain facility or establishment. Also reviews. So you can see both positive and negative reviews of the consumer and the product availability. So this is the second sources, new media. Let's move on with the last one. Other destination information sources. Current, accurate, and relevant tourism destination information is very important for travel and tourism industry professionals. It is necessary on the development of travel itineraries and tour products. It is also essential for the successful sale of tourism products to customers. So the current destination information is distributed within the travel and tourism industry in many ways. So the following are sources where consumers can access current and accurate information about a destination of their choice. So the first one, we have the tourism industry associations and organizations. So they are very useful because they collect and compile up-to-date, meaning it's updated data about the tourism destinations and products and make it readily available to their members and other tourism industry professionals. We also have the travel guidebooks. This contains basic information, directions, instructions specifically addressed to travelers who want information about a certain destination that they want to visit. Another is the library. Of course, anybody can have access to a wide range of knowledge by visiting a library. So you can either borrow or review resources such as guidebooks, maps, charts, and other sources that can be found in the library. They also provide access to internet resources and the online databases or electronic resources. We also have the tourism product database and suppliers. They also provide information about accommodations, airlines, coach companies, and attractions. So these best businesses or product suppliers produce brochures, sales kits, and manuals giving details, features, benefits, and cost of the different products and services offered by the company. Okay. And we also have the tourism industry journals. A journal is a magazine that reports on things or places of interest to a particular group of people. So a tourism industry journal is very helpful source of up-to-date and accurate and reliable information about the tourism industry. And the last one, we have the local chamber of commerce. A chamber of commerce is an association of business people who promote commercial and industrial interests in the community. All right. So if you want an updated information and current information, you can try to use these different sources of destination information. All right, so always remember that tourism promotion is highly dependent on information, communication, and technology. So these elements may not only allow potential tourists to arrive on destination, but expedite the process from setting tourist prospects until travel referrals. So we have the following components of information system. Alright, so the first one is resources of people. This include the end user, the information system specialist, the system analyst, the programmers, and data administrators. In this course, you are the end user. Second one is the hardware. This include the physical computer equipment and associated devices, machines, and the media. So desktop or laptops that you are using are the hardware components of the computer-based information system. Third one is the software. This include the system software such as the operating system, the application software that direct processing for a particular use, and procedures instructing users. We also have the data and the knowledge based information that are comprehensive and non-redundant and have appropriate structure. So this data is the bridge between hardware and people. This means that the data we collect is only data until we involve people. At that point, the data is now on information. And the last one, network. Telecommunications network like the internet, the intranets and extranets, they have become essential, very important to the successful operations of all types of organizations or businesses and their computer-based information system. So this is how important the information system in the tourism industry.